When we went out, Tony saw him shaking his arm a little bit. Said he was shaking his arm a little bit, so I ran out just to check him, and he said, I said to him, "Where are you feeling?" He said his elbow. He said he wanted to still pitch. I said, "No, you're done." And took him out, and he's getting some tests, and we'll find out what's going on.
Did you see anything earlier in the way that he was throwing or anything that made him able to believe?
No, I didn't. If you look at tonight's game, he threw some good sinkers and he threw some good curveballs, but he also threw some that were inconsistent, and those were the ones that they hit.
Anytime you hear pitcher elbow, I would have to imagine you're pretty concerned.
Yeah, obviously you're really concerned. Whenever a guy leaves a game because he feels something, you're always concerned.
Does he go back to New York?
No, I think he's going to have the test here. Since we're here so much, we have so many doctors here too.
Do you have those tests right now?
I believe so, yeah.
Given that it's so uncharacteristic of him to allow home runs like that to that doesn't enter your mind that there might have been something physical that was preventing him from
No,
finishing?
I mean, because he had never complained. He made every one of his starts.
I just meant tonight.
No, I mean, there was nothing that was, you didn't see like he was throwing 85, his fastball 85.
Right.
So, I mean, his fastball was pretty consistent the whole night, the same speed. So, there wasn't really anything that told me. Tony saw it and we ran out.
Joe, I don't know if you asked him this or not, but he had that forearm issue.
A couple of years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago.
That was also elbow area.
Yeah.
Did he say it was anything like
No,
that?
he did. He just said his elbow. So I didn't really ask for going to deep explanation. I mean, obviously they do that with the trainers.
I know he's been a little bit inconsistent to start this year, but if it does turn out to be something, how big of a blow would that be to your
Well, I
rotation?
mean, anytime you lose a starter, it's a big blow. It's not, starters aren't easy to replace. And obviously there's concern, and we'll know a lot more about him tomorrow morning, I'm sure. But it's tough to replace starters.
Joe, after these last 2 games, how badly do you want to right the ship tomorrow?
Well, you'd love to, especially going into a day off, and then you're going to Boston, for another series, and you're playing within your division. So you'd love to right the ship. The good thing is tonight's game only counts as one, even though it was pretty lopsided and it was ugly, but it only counts as one.
Joe, did he say how long he'd been feeling it?
No, he didn't, and that was the first time that we had seen him shake his arm. So I think it was the one pitch.
Joe, not that you took anything for granted or overlooked the Rays, but after you beat Price in the first game here, everyone's going to be feeling pretty good about getting off to a good start of the road trip these last 2 days, and sort of an eye-opening.
Well,
This division is going to be as tough as
yeah, I mean, I never doubted that, and we know that, they're explosive. They have a lot of power in their lineup, and you need to shut them down. And we have not been able to do that the last 2 nights, and we got to try to right the ship tomorrow.
It's come pretty easy to decision to go to out of there and preserve the rest of your guys for.
Yeah, I mean it's not a great situation to be in as a manager because you don't ever want to get a position player hurt. But I talked to him and I said, look, I don't want to come out and yell at you if you're throwing too hard. I want you to lob it in there. That's all I want you to do. Just do not hurt your arm. Just play catch. And he did a really good job of doing that.
Assuming you'll make a move tomorrow.
Yeah, I would think there would be more than one.
Right. Tex planning on being here tomorrow?
I got to talk to Cash, but I would think so, yeah.